Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. Also check me out on Twitch as Floyd Mason. Let's hope, because last time I actually had the wrong one loaded. So let's make a new one. I was just gonna call it Mason at this point. Good name. There we go. Start with red. Ooh, nice purple tunic. It's kind of nice. Alright, so I'm just gonna mark red is free, and then we'll get going. Free. Alright. Now we're off. Again, the time is more for myself. I just like to know how long it takes. It's always an interesting thing to me because they tend to always get bottlenecks in different places, but I tend to always kind of finish around the 6.5 to 7 hour mark. It's usually pretty consistent. 5 is about my best. I've gotten, I think, a 5.5 before as well. And there's the light arrows. First check. Well. Well, this is definitely the new one. And Zelda's Lullaby. Jeez. It's been like dead in here. I've been getting like Token City in the past 3 or 4 runs from Mido. He's hiding the goods today. Double defense. This is hey Leander, how's it going? If you signed in even the second after it started, you've already missed big items. Oh boy. Get in there. Mido was hiding all the goods today, let me tell you. God. Mido had the lights and he had Zelda's Lullaby. And then 2 bloopies to even it out. Just force double key. It's always good find. Force double seems to be because like Shadow you also need 5. And water technically you need like 4. 5 helps, but you can get by with 4. But force always seems to be the one to get like. So yeah, we're starting strong. Nothing yet to go get the scrubs in the forest, as we do have scrub sanity on. But we'll see what the store has. Again, I always did Deku. But if I get either the seeds or slingshot or a shield, I will go get the scrubs first. So it looks like I can get nuts. Let's see how much they are. 275. Oh, it's capacity. 275. Good deal. Okay, well, we get these ones. But, 30 rupees. I read the 10. And I was like, plenty of money. Okay, well, that's pretty quick. So we're gonna quickly get 30 rupees for that, and we'll need, about 30 more for the scrub in the forest. But just in the off chance that you can get, getting those 3 items, you might get some sticks. Get some sticks or something else that you can finish the top part of the Deku tree. Just worth it to do it first. Really, really is. Deku nuts. Also, I was thinking like earlier today, because originally in this game you have to get the sword, the shield, and like Mido won't let you buy unless you have it. But like he don't have anything. Like he got nothing. And then he's like, oh, is that the shield that we sell in our local dispensary? Like what a loser. It's like what shield do you have, bro? Like 3 of them exist in this world. And I know he ain't carrying in a Hylian shield. Although I guess in this one he's got the light arrows, and he's also apparently a good friend of Zelda. He has her lullaby, so you know, who am I to say? You know? Maybe he's got the right to trash talk. The settings are pretty normal, because this is my last Friday what I'm going to be able to do for a while. So I just went all the sanities, shop sanity, key sanity, skull sanity, cow sanity, no dungeon swap today. Thought about it, but I was just like, I kind of just want to go back to a basic one. And what is red ruby? Yeah, and everything else is normal. I took off the Triforce pieces for this one as well, but I feel going forward, I will either, like, I will have the Triforce piece on ones, or I'll run one where you only need, like, 3 medallions to beat it, or something. You know, play around with those till I get some shorter ones. So I might have to either start, if I want to do a long one, split it into 2 days, or set it aside, like, a Saturday or Sunday. But, yeah, time's gonna get tighter. Oh, thanks. 2 clues, 2 of the same clues. So helpful, guys. But, yeah, so hope for a good, nice, long run today. I mean, I already got light arrows and ZL, so 2 big items to start. Tomorrow, of course, we're doing the drinking stream. Everything basically ready for that. Got a better counter this time. You know, it's still kind of crappy, but it'll work. Another Force Temple key. What do you want to bet that I don't have to beat the Force Temple? Because they are never this generous. Okay. Nothing, so we'll go off to Deku Tree and still got our 3 items. And then off to Castletown. Oh, Grace is not okay. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Inching our way ever so close to that 15 mark. How's it going, Grace? You a fan of Ocarina? Running randomizers yourself? Blue? Careful. Good. I hate coming up here, coming up here without the stick or the slingshot is kind of a bummer. Do speedruns with no rando? Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, the only game I currently speedrun is Helix for NES. Games like this, I don't think I'd be a good speedrunner in. I am a pretty old school player, and all the glitches and like really precise jumps I'm not great at. Majora's Mask speedrun is pretty good. Oh, and Majora's Mask one as well. Yeah, that's definitely a harder one. I've thought about trying to do a randomizer in Majora's, but like I can barely remember what to do in it. To be honest, it's been so long since I beat it that it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know if people want to see me be terrible at a game for however many hours that would take me. Nothing here, so save. Quick restart to get out of here. Fortunately, no early luck today in the Deku Tree. But yeah, those speedruns, you know, I'm always impressed. I'm impressed by people who do the what I call real speedrun. Like I said, like I can run, like some of the original NES ones I'll probably run. You know, kind of those 2D side scrollers. I can get pretty good at, but games like this, I mean, I don't do any of the shortcuts. You know, my Mario 64 is quite slow, I would say. But they're so cool to watch. People who really just have a feel for the controls and the angles and jumps they can cut. It's always so cool. Yeah. I mean, it's cool to run both, though. I think it's cool that you can run both. Because, like, you know, while glitching is very cool and, like, obviously it takes practice to be able to do it, the ability to just use what the game gives you is very cool when people can run very clean runs. Grew up with that game. Yeah, same here. I remember getting it. We had to, at the time, we actually had to sell me and my brother owned an original NES, and to raise the money to buy the 64, we had to sell our original NES. It was a very hard call, which I think was the right call, you know? Because as much as I love the NES, we'd kind of played all the games we were going to play on it. And also we got 64 right away. I'm a big fan of like the Banjo-Kazooies type of games. I was big into Blast Corps, really all the rare games. I think they were fantastic. So it was quite the system. Yeah, I got them back now. Like, now I got a big collection of them. But at the time, it was just, you know, kids had no money. And it was like, if you want this, like, you got to give up something. Because, you know, parents are like, we're not dropping that. So, you know, the N64 I have is the original. I did actually buy back my original NES. Because the time we sold it to my great aunt, so that she had something for my cousins to play. And, like, we got to play it when we went to play too. So it wasn't, like, the worst. But I bought it back from her. Like, we sold it, you know, when the 64 came out, and I bought it back 15 years later. Love for Sega 2, I have a Genesis. I knew every 86 Sonic level like the back of my hand. That's impressive. I'm a big fan. I never had a Sega or Super Nintendo growing up. And I really like the original Sonics, but boy, if you didn't grow up with them and you're trying to remember them and play them now, like, I just run and, like, it's crazy, and I just go, yeah, like, oof, things are... I do not know where I'm going. I just keep trying to move right until I get to the end. But they're so much fun. Oh, there's my hammer. Early hammer? Yes. Hell yeah, I'll buy that. Thank you very much. So we're going to be going adult pretty early here. So let's go and get some more. Well, let's do archery quick, actually. Then we'll get some more money, go to night stuff. Every creature, every frame. That was a great deal on the hammer. I appreciate this game's been generous to me so far. It's been a good start, which last start was real rough. So, but yeah, for Sonic, like I keep a list of all the games I own, and I try to beat them, and then like also 100% beat them. And Sonic is one that I've always been like, oh, like I'd love to do it and get all the Chaos Emeralds, and I'm just not good enough at those bumper games. It's just not, you know. I think the best I've ever done is maybe getting 5 of them. I think there's 8. I can't remember if there's a 9th one. But yeah, haven't been able to do it. Just not quite good enough. I'm sure if I put in the practice and played it a couple times and just memorized them, But I always seem to hit a bumper, and then I start going backwards. And as soon as I'm going backwards, my brain just shuts down. And I'm like, it's over. I love the older games too because they're easier 100%ers. You know, you get the games nowadays, and it's like, oh, it takes you 120 hours to beat the main game. Then if you want to 100% it, it'll probably take you about another 240 to get every item. It's like, is that worth my time to one game? I just can't. I just can't fathom it. Phone bro, I can set a PC back up and get back to PC gaming. I was never big into PC. Again, like we didn't have a lot of stuff growing up. Didn't have a lot of money or anything like that. So my PC for most of my childhood was pretty slow and for like the family. I think when I was like grade 11, we finally got one that was a little faster, and I'd play like some Unreal Tournament stuff on it. But that's about the best it could do. And it's kind of like nowadays, like I've thought about like maybe putting the money and getting one, but I have so many consoles, I have so many games. It's just like, don't need it anymore. Happy with what I got. I barely have time to play the games I have now, so I had a whole list of like all the games again. Don't talk to me, dogs. Go get my boy, Richard. Just watching a bit of a stream earlier, and Richard had the hookshot on him. So let's see if I get the same kind of luck. Come on. Rich. Well, I mean, that seems like a fair reward. I walked your dog 5 feet. You gave me $5. I'm a kid. Yeah, it's fair. Seems fair. Oh, magic. Can I afford it? Yeah. All right. Oh, I didn't even work the hammer. Too excited. Where's magic on here? There it is. Okay, so some pretty good items. Work 5.5 days a week. I'm in the process of moving. Haven't had much time for gaming. Yeah, it happens. I only even started streaming myself because I actually was furloughed from work. And so I started a new job on Monday, and my time is going to go down. So I've been like putting as much time in lately as I can, knowing that that's going to shoot way down. Oh, 50's dead. Lost Woods Wave Hero. Ooh, final reward from frogs is a hookshot. Oh my god, I gotta do frogs too? Come on. And Mask of Truth is dead. But yeah, it definitely goes in that zone. I used to play a bunch of online games too. Like I was big into Overwatch and like the Call of Duties, and I used to play a lot of hockey online. And it's just like, no, like those games are just done. I don't have time for them. It's just not worth it anymore. So this is fire. Deku. And yep, told you I didn't have to do forest. Knew it. Absolutely called that one. Alright, so I gotta do Shadow Spirit, Water, and then Dodongo. Jabu, it's not bad. It's not terrible. But because with the hammer, we're definitely going here first. Just got that, that. Yeah. Football coach, so I've had to keep up with admin and paperwork. It's only meant so the things I could double. Oh, really? That's horseshit. I'm sorry that happens to you. And then added like moving right now too, and not a super fun time to be doing that. It's just probably extra stress added on. Alright, so we are off to we're up to Kakariko, but I'm going to check the grotto over here first because of the hammer, so we can cheat a bunch of grottos. We might dip into Dodongas because you can do a bit without the bombs, but it's not a huge point going in there. Can do the one side pretty quick though, so it's not bad. Spider behind webs in a grotto. Okay, so that is the grotto out near Gerudo Valley, so that's good because that's a hard one to get into. Yeah, you should absolutely dismantle that patriarchy. Mark off things while I run here. Oh. Since I'm moving to the States. I mean, it is one of those like things where it's like it sucks now, but like you kind of get that satisfaction of being like, yeah, now you're gonna deal with it because you didn't deal with it before, and that's kind of a reward in itself. Although it's still awful that you have to deal with it. Yeah, moving across the border too is just extra stress. Man, I wouldn't want to be doing that right now. Heart. So at night we can go. Probably should have got some more money as a kid, but it'll be fun. Wow, that's. Oof. Yeah. That's not the way to talk to a woman ever, anywhere. Like, I wouldn't even, like, you know, like, I'd be cautious to even call, like, my girlfriend that without, like, making sure she's not offended by it. Because, like, it just, you know? Like, I don't want to be called, like, salt dick. Like, that's, you know? It's not endearing in any way. Yeah, and her nose. Okay, so see if we can do this today. Oh, maybe. So close. Got it a bit low, I think. That is the token. Look at that. I'm learning. I mean, it's honestly like the equivalent. It's fucking weird. Like, I don't. Hold on here. Let's right off that I saw that. So I get the front grotto. I know. Graveyard instead. They're getting really. It's amazing to me that people in this day and age still are like that stupid. Like, it's just I don't know how people can think like that. Like, I actually got into, and it's stupid because I knew how the person was, but just in like a dumb argument online yesterday, and it wasn't even like a discussion at all. It was just like, they posted something that was misleading and incorrect, and I said so. I'm like, that's not true. And something's all about like, you know, very right wing, and like, oh, people post things without reading things, like so stupid. People are idiots. And then when I said it wasn't true, it was an immediate attack on like my family and my parents. And I was like, what is this? Like, is this how we speak to people? Like, just no facts, just insults, and like, oh my god, Daddy bonus? I'm finally gonna get to do some cow checks. I like that. Here's some and others. I wouldn't hold it to just Englishmen. You know, there's yeah, Dampy was awesome today. But I think you could extend that out to a lot of men. A lot of guys are just not good people. Man, so much stuff. Okay, so I almost want to see what. Well, I kind of want to see what the two harp pieces are on the river, because I have the hover boots. They'll be very quick to get. I'm a little reluctant to go out there without the hover boots, but as soon as I go through Kakariko and I start going up to doing the front part of Dodongos and going up into Goron City, I'm not going to come back here for a while, so I think it's smart just to take the 2 minutes, make sure these items aren't big. But the fact that my hookshot is on, one of my hookshots is on frogs too, it's going to have to give me all 6 kid songs pretty early. So, that's good stuff. Phone. I hope you told her to get Ben. It's always like an argument I see, like people like I live in Toronto currently. I'm from like smaller town north of there. But like you have people go into someone's store and then insult them. Like they go into their shop and be like, "Oh, can you like speak my language?" And it's like, shut the hell up. Like the only time I've ever had a problem with it is like one time at work. I worked with 3 coworkers in my group, and there was like 6 of us that sat in a section, and 3 of them spoke Mandarin, which is fine. But sometimes they'd be talking to you, and all of a sudden switch, and then so there'd be you sit in a room talking, and all of a sudden 3 of them would be speaking Houston. Yeah, live in Austin, but Canadian. Force Temple's way to hero. Come on, game. Come on. And then a blue pea for my troubles. Alright. I don't know. From what I've heard, Austin is like a pretty liberal, open-minded place in comparison to the rest of Texas. But I've never been. But I think it's the kind of thing too, because like again, I'm from a small town, and like some people there are absurd. And you know, Toronto as a whole is a much more open place, I think. But there are because there's so many people here, there are some super hateful people here. So it kind of like, you know what I mean? Bug? My first bottle? I mean, I'll take a bug. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, out of context, very mean thing to say, but for what she said, yeah, yeah, you know, if you're gonna talk to somebody that way, like, you better be ready to take it back. Okay, so that's pretty good going up there. I mean, I know Forest Temple now is a early go. I have 2 keys, that's probably enough, but I need the hook shot, and I assume I'm going to get Saria's Song pretty early, again, due to the fact that I have to do this stuff, but gotta wait today, so I can check some stuff off on my list. And so what did we do? We did those 2, any of that, none of that, did Shield Grave, then we went, oh, I know, the Mask of Truth is dead. Both those heart pieces and the charm. Alright. Yeah, he definitely gave he gave them that, like, because it already existed and was just it was there, but he gave them that springboard that they wanted to get back into it, that feeling of like immunity that they could say whatever they wanted without being punished for it. So, you know, it's one of those things where, like, if there's a problem and you're not stopping it, then you're part of the problem. And he was not stopping it and part of the problem. So it was just a huge double issue. Yeah. 20 rupees. Oh! I don't think. Oh, I was like, I could play a song for that cow, but I don't have my ocarina yet. Can I have my ocarina, please? Do you have it? No, you have the Stone of Agony. Alright, thank you. I mean, I guess that puts the Rados in logic, so that's nice. Don't have to think about that. Well, same thing they do to women. It's just they try to take away their rights so that they can feel more powerful. Because they're sad little losers. Whoop. Stay up there. Go. Out of logic, stick. Yeah. Exactly. Something that somebody's doing, especially, being LGBT, which is who they are. I don't see how that hurts you in any way, and why you need to do punitive things to try and hurt them for existing. It's just anger for no reason. Oof. Let us see what the shops have today. Alright, so we got another bottle. We got a big key. Fish bottle. Shadow Temple. And Spirit Temple key, which I can afford. I just don't have the money now. But that's good to see. So I might get that. Let's just see what's in the other shop. really expensive Shadow Temple key. That's a bummer. So I need a second wallet. I can buy my shields. Buy a lot of sticks here. So, I might grow on tunics here. So we may as well buy the Shadow Key now because I have enough money. We'll have to try and get some cash and come back down. So, Shadow Key. Oh, that sounds great. Thanks for coming by, Grace. And I hope it all starts working out better for you. It's not a fair situation you're in, but it sounds like you're moving towards something better. So that's good to hear. Getting hammer pretty early is pretty sweet. I think I get this guy with Jump Slash. Go. Boom, boom, boom. So let's dip our toes into Domino's. Let's see what's going on there. Oh, is that my Ocarina? Oh my god. This is a great scene so far, by the way. Things are going very well. I think the game knew that this is maybe my last big stream for a while. Gord, don't you dare. Don't you dare jinx it. It's going very well, and it will continue to go well. Pharaoh's win is thrown away for well, that sucks. I would love to have that. When are you doing your run, Gord? When we get in the Gord randomizer? See how easy it is? You get the hammer early, you get opponent's song early, you know where your Ocarina is. Everything's just good. Everything's just fine. It's good stuff. No worries. Get out of that hole, bud. I have exactly 10. Oof, yeah. Alright, okay. First I have to hire someone to work to help me out, then finish the course I'm taking. That's very fair. As I said, like, I start my new job Monday, and it's going to be crazy busy, I'm sure. So they have a small group and a lot of work to do. And then I'm also in a course as well, which eats up a bunch of my time. So my streaming is unfortunately kind of going to go down, which is a bummer because I really enjoy it, but I can't give up all my time playing offline games as well. I feel like if I had the ability to stream my PS4, but it's just not set up well for the internet and stuff like that, then I do it more because I just play like something like Dragon's Age or work through older games and stuff. But I don't have too much on here. Congrats. Thank you. Yeah, I've been on furlough it's been like 5.5 months because my company just didn't have any work, and I was kind of like I was at a higher salary level that they could afford to lose because I kind of handled bigger ticket items and there weren't really any. Like, they just kind of got everyone else to deal with it. So, what you do, what course you're taking? So I'm an accountant, and I was working for an interior design and architecture firm. So obviously with the shutdowns, people were not redesigning their offices or building new offices. So our workload declined pretty quickly. And still is not up. I mean, I think they just laid off another 4 people like 2 weeks ago, just because they just don't have the work. And at the end of last year, like it's basically as soon as it happened, a bunch of people got put on furlough. And then when CERB ran out, they were all let go. But I am taking my CPA courses. So I originally went to school. I have a a math degree, and then I got my accounting diploma, which should have got me my CMA. At the time, they changed the rules and made it. So originally that was enough to get in the CMA program, then they combined them all with the CPA. My courses didn't qualify anymore, so I had to go back basically and take university level courses to retake courses I already did twice, basically. I've taken microeconomics 4 times in my life. And they keep going. Every time I get it, the next place is like, well, you passed micro for this group, but you didn't pass our micro. And it's like, my God, it's all micro. Nobody even uses it anymore. It's all macro. Yeah, so I'm in an auditing course right now. Your CPA is really good workspace. Yeah, that's the big thing that hurt me with this layoff is I lost 5.5 months. But to be fair, the job I was doing, I wasn't really doing a lot of CPA level stuff. Whereas the job I'm doing now, again, so I'm going to a company. So first they were acquired. They're acquired by a company in the U.S. So they have to change their and they're private, so they have to change their accounting from ASPE to US GAAP. But then that company also then did an IPO, so now they also have to change. They would have had to change anyways, again, ASPE for private can't use it for public. But because they also went from private to public, there's a lot of extra things that they used to kind of take the time to close because they didn't have a deadline. Now they have a very tight deadline. So it's going to be a real challenge, and I'm quite looking forward to it. Because I've been kind of like not doing much lately. Like even for the last year and a half of my job, it was pretty easy. I was building new reports, but we weren't really using them because we didn't have any new work. Storms. So it'll be real exciting to kind of get back in there and be busy and challenged. I kind of thrive a bit under it. I'm the kind of person that when I don't have work to do, I can get a bit lazy. But once I'm busy, then it's kind of like, oh, well, if I want to do the things I want to do, I have to prioritize my time. And then I kind of can work in a better flow where you don't sit around staring at an assignment for 8 hours because you're like, I got 8 hours to work on this, so I can take 8 hours. It's kind of like, ooh, well, I have 2 hours after work if I want to game it, at 10 for 2 hours before I go to bed, so I better get it done now and just focus. And, if you're more focused, usually it's better writing as well. You don't kind of have that start-stop and kind of the jutting. When you're writing a report and you kind of walk away from it 3 times, your kind of start-stop can be a little weird. Get on there. Here we go. Alright. So, going through some similarities. Very slow work. What's up there? I'm the team lead and each driving projects. Yeah, I mean, that's good. Hopefully it's, I know it's keeping you busy, but hopefully it's enjoyable too. To me, doing a job's not worth it if it's not pushing you. When the job gets stagnant, it's like, yeah, I'm busy. I'm I have stuff to do 8 hours a day, but it's monotonous and kind of the same thing. And you're not doing anything new ever. It's not worth it. My job was good. I really enjoyed working there for years. It's cool, seeing something that you helped. I didn't design anything, but I'm kind of running the numbers on things and kind of helping sit on meetings, and then you see that building come to life. It was cool. It was a really cool place to work. But no more. Time for a change. So unfortunately, I can't stop Roland Dude. So that's kind of a bummer. But we can go upstairs and get the 3 chests. Should I get up the set? We can get the 3 chests. We can go to the Lost. Is there anything to do in the Lost Woods right now? I guess not. Leo spent 6 months going to 3 managers each chest before work. I think. Busy, not borderline. Same. I left my first job, and it was easy. The money wasn't great, but it was so easy. I was taking courses at the time, and I literally could like work on my coursework at work. They had nothing for me to do. Like I was given a process, and the process took 3.5 weeks of the month to do, and I cut it down to take just over 2.5. So I cut a week out of it, and then it was just kind of like, okay, like, can I do anything else? And like, I mean, just like, I don't have anything else. I like they went bankrupt like not long after I left because like they just didn't have work to do, like overstaffed like hell, and the work had just been declining steadily over years. Cow in Gerudo Valley gives a small key. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, I gotta go back and spend some moolah. I'll score it. Hold on. I gotta check off everything I got. I've been flying. Okay, so we got a bunch of dongos. Got all the maze ones. None of that. Well, I guess we didn't get that much because it was mostly just time spent in dongos. I'm not gonna lie, like I've just been like looking at the chat. I've been running very just kind of like without even thinking. It is not a Triforce run because this was the last run I could do before I go back to work, because obviously I'm not gonna be able to run these Friday ones anymore. I wanted to do a full one, so it's all the sanities. Didn't do a dungeon swap this time, just kept it on nice and clean. But yeah, it's a full get 6 medallions, get to the exit kind of run. Yeah, let me just remembered I got 2 more. I got Trail Bomb Wall, and I got you get the Saturday slot, and we'll have to do Fridays. Well, he's working too, right? Like, basically, I think what I'm going to do, because a big thing that always works well on Fridays is my girlfriend tends to have after work, like, Zoom drinks with her coworkers, like, basically every Friday. And, you know, they kind of get off work, and, like, they work till, like, 6, and then they'd have some drinks till, like, 8 or 9. So it was a good timing of when I got off. We'd both kind of be done around the same time, and if one of us is done first, like, they'd order dinner. So I'm probably still going to run Friday nights after work all the time. But again, I'll start running like maybe the Triforce runs, or doing where I only have to get 3 medallions to unlock games. And hopefully that cuts it down to like 3 or 4 hours. I also have the link to the past ones. Thanks for watching. Please click to check out my other videos, like and subscribe, and come by Twitch under Floyd Mason to join my live streams.